Welcome back. My name's Kyle, and I am your emotion code practitioner. Um, I wanted to hop on here just to share my, as you might have guessed from the title of this video, to share my story with the emotion code. And just things like how I found it, why I became a practitioner, and how it's helped me. And so, I originally found the emotion code in April of 2020. So right when COVID was like starting to spike. Um, and I was on Gaia, which is like a streaming service, and they had a little like mini series of the emotion code. And it was back then I wasn't as emotionally available as I am now, and so I was like, oh, you know what? I need to like tap into my emotions more because that's what I thought it was about. And so I watched the mini series. I learned how to do the muscle testing. I learned how to ask the right questions to my subconscious mind, and so probably I released a bunch of baggage within about like a week or two. Um and I have this if you guys remember the chart of the emotions, I have a picture of it on my phone, but it's just kind of like been sitting there, never thought anything of it. Um and so I forgot about it for after like that week or two of just like constantly releasing. I forgot about it. And it just became like another tool gathering dust on the toolbox. Fast forward to earlier this year, I'm making this in 2021. So in the summer, like spring, summer, um, I had a heart wall and I started getting anxiety attacks because of it. And I could feel it. Like I could feel the pain in my chest. I could feel the blockage. Um, and I just was in constant fight or flight mode, and it just wasn't, I knew it wasn't healthy for me to be in this state 24/7, or not even 24/7, but like just in this constant state of fight or flight. um and so I was like, like a week or two rut, because that seems to be a cycle for me. And so I go on Gaia again. And so I'm like looking through one of the interview shows, and I see the emotion code by Dr. Brad Nelson. So I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar. So I go to watch the interview, and then halfway through, I get inspired to buy the book, which is right here. And so I go out right that second, buy the book, start reading it, start releasing even more baggage, like things that I didn't catch from the year prior. Um, and I started to get to like the heart wall section of the book. And so I just started releasing what was causing whatever trapped emotions were causing the anxiety attacks, were causing the fight or flight response, the heart walls in general. And they do it by each layer of the heart wall is a trapped emotion. And I had over 30 of them, which is a lot because it's generally between 5 to 25. And if you guys don't know what the heart wall is, I will be making a video for that soon. And if it is uploaded, if it's recorded and uploaded before or after this video, I'll just link it in the description box below. And so I started releasing these heart walls, and I started like just being able to like breathe, and like I stopped reacting so much in that fight or flight. Like the anxiety attacks went down. At the beginning we scale them on like 0 to 10. At the beginning they were like 8 to 10, and then they went down to 6, and then they went down to 3, and then they became like a 1 to 0. And just doing this work and just releasing the constant emotional baggage that I just did not know I had. Like just my entire life shifted, especially with clearing the heart wall. I cleared my heart wall, and then I just it seems overnight, but it was a little more gradual than that. Because it took me about over a month to clear the entire thing. But I just started getting more like authentic with how I am. I started expressing myself more. I started being who I wanted to be in even more intense fashion than before. I was able to like communicate better. I was able to have healthier friendships and better bonds with people. I was able to be more vulnerable and transparent with others, where I used to have trouble with that. I used to have trouble tapping into my emotions, leaning in, and just um, being emotionally available for not only others but for myself too. And so this book has changed my life. The practices in it have changed my life, and so that's why I wanted to become a practitioner. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe that if something comes in your life, it's either for a lesson to be learned or it's for in your life for a reason that's meant to stay. And with this book and this practice, I felt like it was in my life for a reason. And I feel like that reason was just I felt this undeniable call to just use it to help people. Like I knew it wasn't just for myself anymore. I knew it wasn't just so I could release whatever I needed to release. It was like so I could help others release their baggage and their weight and their heart wall. And it was just this undeniable pull that like this is where you need to go. Like this is the direction we want to put you in. And by we, I mean like my spirit guides, angels, God, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I just felt this need to use this practice as a way to be of service in a way that I wasn't sure about before. I didn't know what I wanted to do. And when I did do something, I would kind of do it, but then I would lean off of it after a couple months. But this one, I actually have like a long-term plan for, which I never had before. And so I'm like, no, like this is meant to stay. And I can feel it as something that's gonna not only expand my life, but like help others expand theirs too. And yeah, just the amount of ways this book has benefited me, and I know it benefits others too, has just been insurmountable. Like I said, I stopped getting anxiety attacks. I stopped being so hardened, and like, I'm trying to think of the word, like emotionally unavailable. I'm able to like communicate with others now in a way that's not blocked by anything. I'm able to like express myself. Like I would not be doing these videos. I would not have been a practitioner or anything had I still had this heart wall. I wouldn't have been talking about the things that I knew I wanted to talk about, but was too afraid to talk about. And so, yeah, it's just the amount of benefits that you can have from this, and it varies to each person. I believe, just in the way that it happens and the amount of time it happens too. It's unbelievable. And so that's my story with the emotion code. So yeah, if you have any questions, comment down below. If you like this video or if it helped you in any way, hit like. And yeah, so thank you. Have a great one.